underneath the blazer. You understand? I know. You get me, right? You know what I'm saying. You can see where I'm going with this. Now, I wanted to do this because I don't know if it's a subject that's covered widely enough when every time spring and summer comes around. And I used to have a 9-to-5 corporate job. In fact, I've had more than one. I've also temped. So I've been in various office environments. And to be honest with you, because my nature is such that I am a sort of creative person when it comes to my style and what I like to wear, it always felt kind of suffocating. I always felt like almost in a way I was going into an adult version of a school where I had to put a uniform on to fit in. Basically, I shot this video through the lens of my eyes. By the way, I just thought of something. I don't know if I should talk about this or not, but let me know if you want me to. I was actually laid off, and that's one of the reasons that I ended up doing what I'm doing now for a living. So if you want me to do a personal video that's about the corporate life, why I left it, what happened, how I moved from London to New York, and just what happened. Anyway, like I said, this video is about the cool factor to me for office wear. It's stuff that I would want to wear, I'd be proud to wear, and it would reflect my love of fashion still, because you should never compromise on who you are and what your style is just because you're now working in an office. So this video hopefully is for you. I am very aware that no two office environments or work environments are the same. And I know that my audience is diverse in terms of where they work and what they do for a living. So just pick out what you like from this video and what applies to you. It's a bit like the capsule wardrobe series that I've done, which is you pick what applies to your lifestyle and what fits and works with you. Everything I'll suggest here is things that I would probably love to wear as well to go to the office. So yeah, hopefully this helps you. Okay, so first up is I love a good trouser suit. Now, shirt is a staple in an office. I'm speaking in general, don't forget, remember what I said in the beginning of this video. But for shirts, I would see two main categories. Different type of shirt, and then there is one which is much more slouchy, loose, and a little bit more oversized. Now, if you have a more creative sort of environment that you work in, I saw this one from H&M. Perfect price point. I'll put all the prices on the screen for you. The oversized cuffs, very wide, and that slightly just wide look to it, and just the overall width of that silhouette of the shirt. This to me lends itself perfectly to be paired with these trousers. Now, this is the ultimate high and low, and I'm a magpie shopper. I shop high, low, and everywhere in the middle, and this video is going to reflect that. So you're going to see a lot of different price points here. I've teamed this H&M shirt with these trousers. It's gorgeous, beautiful, drop dead. I would love to wear this together. Pair of wide leg trousers. These are by Peter Petrov, I believe. They are the Haven striped silk satin wide leg pants. Not cheap, as you can see. Look at the price point. I think this is something that, because it's in a classic print, which is a stripe, the stripe to me is a nice sort of it's nice. The stripe to me is an echo of menswear, pinstripes, isn't it? Which is a typical business environment accepted print in the office. So I like the idea of wearing these two together. I think this will pair perfectly. On the Net-a-Porter website for the trousers, you can see that they've paired a striped shirt with these pants, and that inspired me. But I didn't want to look for that particular shirt, which will probably also cost a fortune. I thought it would be much more realistic to team it with something that wasn't, but you still achieve that same effect, and I just think that is so good. And you just wear a pair of slides with that, or a pair of loafers. Oh, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about when you're working. You want to look badass, you want to feel like that, but you don't want to look like you've sort of, I don't know, you're coming in and you don't know what you're wearing. You know what I mean? You've got to reflect who you are as a person, and never lose yourself. Even if you've got a 9-to-5 job, there's no reason for it. I actually thought H&M has some pretty impressive shirts actually when I was looking on the website. I saw this one as well. It isn't your classic shirt with the cuffs like the other one was, but just oversized. This one has a more sort of peasant style vibe to it, but I think it's still acceptable enough for an office. I like the cut of it, the sleeves is a little bit billowy. So you're just taking your own version of wearing a typical traditional shirt, but it's a little bit more stylish, but I hope it would still be office appropriate as well. It's something you could easily translate into wearing during the weekends, tuck it into a pair of denim jeans, but it would look equally as cool, I think, with a pair of tailored trousers. You pick the cut of trousers that you like based on A, the type of job that you work in, and B, your silhouette and just your comfort level as well. So this to me was a great all-rounder shirt. I would wear it with, if this was me and I was wearing this shirt, I would probably wear it tucked in with a pair of low-slung trousers. But I could also see me teaming it with a higher waist, still very sleek pair of trousers. So I like that for me personally, so hopefully that will inspire you. But I thought this shirt was a great idea. It's a great price point, and I think it comes in another color as well, so I'll show it to you on the screen if it does or does not. But H&M actually has quite, sticking with H&M, they had quite a few shirts that I was very impressed with, and I thought, not bad, because this is the kind of stuff that I would stock up on if I was working in an office, because they don't necessarily have to be cookie cutter shirts. You get a shirt that fits your particular lifestyle and your vibe, your aesthetic, and I'm sure you'd be able to wear it in even a more sort of a stricter office environment. You adjust the recommendations based on where you work. Gorgeous! I saw this shirt from Mango. Look at this. I would so get this shirt. If I was in a corporate job, I would probably have this shirt. I thought this was spot on. Team it with maybe a paper bag waist type of trouser. Now, speaking of trousers to pair with those type of shirts, I saw this one also on the Mango website. I like that it's got its own self belt as well. Makes it much more smart, and you can wear it with that particular shirt or even the shirts that I mentioned earlier. And there's other shirts I think I might be mentioning in this video. So these are like capsule pieces in a way. You're investing in your style for the next 2 seasons, right? So you're picking things that will go with each other, and that's the whole point, at least for me, it would be. Oh, gosh, yes! I saw, and I'm sticking with Mango, I saw this belted blazer. Look at this. It's actually a buttoned blazer, but the styling of it is they added this belt, which the website also is selling, and I would probably buy it together. I like the idea of tweaking what you already have, and you can actually just do this. If you already have a blazer that's similar to this one, just invest in a belt that is the same color or a similar color to it or a similar hue to it. That would look so good together. This blazer, I loved it all by itself. Obviously you can get the matching trousers with it, but I thought what really put it over the edge from a style point of view for the office is the belt. I love this belt. I think it's really, really cool, and I could see me wearing a belt like that just over dresses, and you could as well. Dresses for the office as well. And I like the look of this particular belt. A little bit different, right? But it's modern. That's what I love about it. It's not like boring black, brown, tortoise shell. The buckle shape itself is really cool. That's what I'm talking about. You can look for so many cool things to wear to the office, to the point that people in the office can be like, oh, that's really cool. You know what I mean? You're at work, but you don't lose yourself. You do the opposite. It's because you're at work, you want to shine and make your statement of who you are stand more powerful and more confident in yourself when you're wearing clothes that really reflect you, who you are as a person, because you're going to be more comfortable that way, and it's going to reflect to whoever you're working with or your colleagues. They're going to see it as well. I think it's something that's infectious, actually. It's like something that's not really tangible, but it can be picked up on people. Those who are confident, they stand out and you can see it in them. And I do believe that clothes does play a big part in that. So hopefully this video is helping you to see that as well. Okay, 2 more things from Mango, especially in the height of summer when it's starting to get really warm. There is this blue one here, I'll show you on the screen. I thought this was a good one to wear, right? this would be the perfect, if you've got a more creative, casual type of office environment, you could wear something like this and just make it a little bit more formal with the shoe that you're wearing. Don't wear like an open toe sandal where your toes are out. Wear something like a closed toe shoe, and you'll see more on shoes later on in this video. And then there was this other dress that I saw. It looks a little bit more tailored, and I like that sort of semi-structured look to it, but it still looks extremely spring and especially summer appropriate because your arms are out. And with anything like this, always obviously team a blazer over it if you want to obviously just dress it down. You could even have the blazer idea where it's over it and then you put a skinny belt. It doesn't have to be that slightly wider one I showed you over earlier. So these are the kind of things, tweak it. Don't necessarily wear it as is. Just think about the other items that I mentioned and use those as inspiration to how you can style these other things I'm suggesting. All right, so end of the stories. They had this dress, I think it's got slight stripes to it, but I thought this was really good for the office, right? It's, again, it's a little bit tailored, a little bit more subdued, but it's not like over the top, like ruffles and frills and all that stuff. It's devoid of all of that. It's got a very sort of classic shape to it. I love the back detail, right? Look at that. I think that you can get away, at least I would hope you could get away with something like that at the office. Nice little detail to add. Great, great dress. Perfect. It keeps you nice and airy and light. Obviously, you can wear this during the weekend as well. Just switch out your shoes. This one from Misguided. It is in a beautiful jewel-toned jade sort of color. I love, in a way, you know how much I love jewel tones, so I saw this and I thought this was beautiful. It's just a gorgeous wrap style, ties on the side here. Wear this with wide leg trousers. I can instantly see that. Midi skirts, I could see that as well, even with tailored trousers as well. And obviously, again, switch all of that out and wear a pair of jeans on the weekend. I saw these wide leg trousers and they got really good reviews, so I thought I'd put them in as well. Wide leg, they come in, I think, 2 or 3 different colors, and I believe they also come in different sizes, like classic, petite and tall, which is obviously perfect as well. I like the colors of them, so you choose what color you think works in your wardrobe, but being this, like we're talking about spring, I personally think that maybe the lighter colors are better. This is just beats wearing the typical type of long trousers. It's got like kind of tapers in. I can't stand trousers like that, by the way. I just, oh, why do they still make trousers? I still see them. There's still trousers that kind of go like that. I just think all they do is just make this look so much bigger, because it's just, it goes like that and then it goes down. It's like an arrow pointing this way to these. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm digressing again. Now, I also saw for outerwear, I'm going to bounce around, by the way, so I'm going to be going back to like trousers and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So when it gets quite warm, we won't even need a trench coat, but until we have those kind of days, a classic trench is one of the most staple universal items, I think, especially in a more corporate office environment. Now, I saw this one and it has really good reviews, and they were saying how it's really like slim kind of fitting, and it has like a really like just a very flattering look on your figure. So I thought, okay, well, I'm all for hearing that. So yeah, and I like that it's very classic. I remember I found a trench coat from Burberry, of all places. Can you believe it? On a thrift store a couple of weeks ago. That was on my Instagram stories. It's also in a beige color, just like this, and I love it because it goes with a lot of things in my wardrobe. I think you could easily drape this over your shoulder when you're coming in, you know, going into the office, and you've got like your bag, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then you've got like, you're wearing your trousers or a dress, and you just put this over. Oh, I love stuff like that. And you've got like your sunglasses on, and you just take them off as you're walking in nonchalantly. Anyway, I liked it, had to include it for you. Sticking with trench coats, if your work environment is a little bit more creative, I saw this Elizabeth & James belted denim trench. I like the idea of putting this in because it's less expected. Harkens back to the beginning of this video when I was telling you about just having your creative style show visually, right? Because they say that style is a way of communicating who you are without saying a word. And I truly believe that happens even more so in the work environment, where you are judged, I think, on everything that's happening, including to a certain extent even maybe what you're wearing. So with that said, I might be wrong on that, obviously. I thought this trench was gorgeous. The color of it, it's deep enough to be versatile with everything else in this video, and hopefully with what you've already got in your wardrobe. And I just thought it was just a really cool twist on just the typical trench coat. That's really the point of this. Now, a black trouser to me is one of those perennials, never goes out pieces in a typical office environment. Now, I could have picked from anywhere because there's so many. So I'm just going to give you one because, like I said, you can just choose based on your budget and your preference. This one is by Marlene Berger, I believe that's her name. This I thought was like the quintessential classic trouser. It's a little bit high-waisted, as you can see from the cut here. It's straight-legged, right? So I think you could easily team this with a little bit of a block heel if you allow it in your office. Or you can maybe wear it with like a loafer type of shoe. I love the idea of wearing a good brogue, actually. That's really me, up my street. But I loved these trousers. I thought they would pair so well with a very crisp type of shirt tucked in. Pair easily with a lot of blazers that you've already got. This to me, and also even just a basic t-shirt, right? Just wear these trousers with a nice white tee, and that can be it, depending on your office environment. Just keep it simple, really easy, with a pair of like gold earrings perhaps, or a bit of jewelry, and you've got your watch on. Very effortless. And if you want, layer a blazer on top of it. You're investing, right, at the moment. This is what I'm calling just keeping pieces that you know you will reach for time and time again, that just looks amazing on you, that does the work for you. I think that's the way. Okay, yes, I like you very much. Oh yes, see this? This is from ASOS. It is their Tux, ASOS Design, Tux Mint dress with belt. This, I would not wear it as you're seeing it here. The reason I've put this in, now this is about taking things, like I've said before, don't necessarily wear things the way it's presented to you. I chose this dress because I would wear it as a top. Perfect. You know what I'd do? I'd wear a pair of, oh God, yes, black wide leg trousers. Oh God. Underneath, right? So you got the black wide leg trousers, and then I'd just slip this on over it, and I'd wear either the belt that it comes with, or if the belt looks a bit dodgy in person, I'll just pick one of the belts that I've got here and just put it over that, like just your own black belt. Oh God! Oh, I can't even. I'm literally speechless. But God, again, here I go, like pat myself on the flipping back. But you know, I mean, this is, to me, that is when you take something from being like that. Yeah, okay, looks a bit, legs are out, a bit dodgy for most work environments. So I would just I would use this as a top, wear this as a top. If you lot see things like this, like often you see shirt dresses, right? Sleeveless, tailored shirt dresses, and they tend to be like short like this. Don't wear them like that. You don't have to. Just use them as a top instead, and just wear your trousers with it. Or even wear like a longer skirt with it, in the right cut. Yeah, if you've got the right cut skirt, maybe something that's got a little bit of like a slight, not fishtail, but slightly goes out a little bit at the bottom. It's a midi skirt. And you could wear heels with this, like going like from the office to going for drinks. And then you just put like earrings. I can't get it out. You understand what I'm saying? You can truly get, listen to me, I'm so excited. But you can get excited about your office clothes. There's no reason you don't have to. Wear it with stuff you've already got. If you've already got like wide leg fluid pants, get this dress and wear it together. Oh, perfect. Now, if you've got the kind of more creative, casual work environment, I saw these two trousers from Shopbop, and I thought that these would be really good to wear during the summer. They are cropped, wide leg. They come in two different colors, and I just like the cut of them. They look really substantial. And I like the length of them as well. I don't like wide leg pants that stop like where your calf muscle is or something. I think that's to me, that just looks much less flattering. If you were more on the petite side, I would suggest perhaps wearing this with heels, or maybe just going with a slimmer cut of pant, because that always elongates anybody when they wear anything that's slimmer. These would be perfect with just a pair of loafers, like backless loafers, for example. I think these are just great. And then you just wear either a t-shirt or a button-down shirt. You add whatever you want up here. You dress it up, dress it down based on what your environment is like and what you are like as well. And I do actually think that this would look good with a pair of heels as well. Like if you're going out for a night out and you've got like a really nice blouse on, and then you've got like this wide leg, quite long just above the ankle grazing pants like this. I think this looks really, really good together. Yeah, so I really like those ones. That's why I put them in for you. Now, I've never really been a fan of bags that are true laptop bags. I saw this particular one and I've never heard of this designer before. It's on the Net-a-Porter website. It comes in 2 colors and I thought this was such a beautiful structured looking bag. You can wear it, I believe, handheld on your shoulder. I just liked just the finish of it. It looked polished. It looked like something that would be functional as well, and you'd look very smart. So I felt like it ticked off a lot of boxes in one go. And like I said, pick either color you want based on what you prefer, but I thought this was a good one to put in. And then for another bag, I saw the Lady Bag by Monsieur Gabriel. Now this bag comes in different colors, but I've always thought it strikes the balance between being a little bit casual but a little bit smart at the same time. And I believe in the correct size you can fit a laptop in this. I like that it comes in so many different colors, and I love the leather of Monsieur Gabriel bags. They always break in and age beautifully. I think it's by Marlene Berger again, but I love the wooden handles, very Gucci vibe. Structured shape to it, a classic sort of rectangular size. I thought this looked so good, just like wearing it handheld, and just the bamboo type handles is the focus of this bag, obviously. And it looks like it could hold a good few documents in it as well. When it comes to shoes, I feel like nowadays the world is your oyster. Most work environments still prefer if you wear like closed-toe shoes, but I think you can still get away with having a backless shoe too. So any kind of backless loafer, the kind of backless shoe I'm talking about. These are by Robert Clergerie. Also, there are several other backless loafers, and I'll put them on the screen for you here so you can see. If you want something with a bit of height, I saw these beautiful sculptured heels. Yeah, slingbacks basically. I thought these were gorgeous. These are on the Net-a-Porter website, and I just thought these are just stunning. If I had like a slightly more smarter office environment, I would love to walk in wearing a pair of shoes like this. Because imagine all the other women are wearing like these skinny shoes and like wobbling, and you're like this coming in nice and strong, 0 wobble factor, because you've got like that strong heel going on, but it's not like a typical block. It's like, oh, love those. And then I also saw these by Net-a-Porter. These are by Nicholas Kirkwood. Similar vibe, but completely backless. It's got that loafer look at the front, but as you're going away, you're wearing a backless shoe. So I thought these are really good as well. And I like. Oh, and I saw these on the Topshop site. I think these are new. They come in 3 colors. They have like a very sort of slightly retro throwback vibe to them. I love that squared off toe. It's a sling back. They're quite high, but they've got that solid heel that I talk about. So it's not as uncomfortable as I would think it could be. They come in, like I said, 2 other colors. Those have almost gone. The white is still available, and actually it's the white is the ones that I would personally pick anyway, for the reasons that I just mentioned. Now woven shows what the hell is a woven show? Woven shoes, I think that woven shoes are the latest and greatest for 2018 as far as like an update on the shoe material for spring and summer. You know how I feel about the Joyce Topshop shoes here. I don't need to go on about them too much, but I personally would love to wear mine if I was in an office environment. I think they walk that line because it's a structured type of shoe, very traditional looking shoe. Some people think it looks like an orthopedic old woman's shoe. I actually took that as a compliment because I actually love that kind of kooky vibe to it, and I love that it's woven as well, and it comes in different colors. I've also seen the same vibe type of shoe done in different price points from various brands. I'll insert pictures of them here, including a backless version. So you pick your poison, as I've always said. Pick what matches your environment, your style. But yeah, the woven trend I think is really like a nice update for your spring wardrobe. Now it's really hard to pick one blazer suit, because to be honest with you, I've seen them in every website I've looked at, from Farfetch to Net-a-Porter to Matches to Shopbop to Mango to H&M to And Other Stories. You get the point. You just have to choose what is matching your lifestyle and your budget. I picked this one from Mango because I liked how sleek it looks. I also like the idea, like I've mentioned before earlier, like just putting a little skinny belt with it. To me, that's just kind of adds that individual factor to it. But anyway, it has the cut that I like. I love the color of this, but I like everything about this suit. The features of it, it's very minimal style. Look of it, that clean line, just like a basic t-shirt. Just let that be the hero as well as the trousers. Kitten heels would be really cool with it because it's wearable and it gives you the height. But you can also go with something that's maybe a bit more personality driven. If you've got that kind of work environment, like an office brogue or an Oxford, that is something I know that I would definitely wear if I was working in an office. So, yeah, so I think that is more or less it. I don't want to go on too much, just to give you some ideas on just directions on what you could be wearing. Don't go for the typical white shirt. You don't have to. The typical black office pant. You don't have to. If you are and you need to and it's required, pick a pant that's got like a really flattering, sleek silhouette on you. So even if like they're saying you've got to wear black pants, you're going to be like, I'm going to wear black pants and I'm going to wear the most badass black pants that I can afford. And that way you're still not losing yourself in that office. Also, I wanted to say to you, no two workplaces, like I said, are the same. So everything that I've mentioned in the video is not going to necessarily apply to one person. You choose what applies to you, whether you've got a very casual office or you've got something that's way more sort of, I don't know, smart. And also the modern take on the menswear pinstripe. You don't have to wear the typical, but you can echo it, right? You've got male counterpoints and maybe they're wearing it. Counterpoints, did I really say male counterpoints? What the heck is that? But do it in a way that women can get away with, right? So you choose the shirt or you choose the cut of a skirt that maybe has a pinstripe in it. A longer line blazer over, so something structured with something soft, maybe have it completely buttoned up, so it looks really sort of smart, and you've got that, and then you've just got the swish of the pleated skirt underneath the blazer. You understand? I know. You get me, right? You know what I'm saying. You can see where I'm going with this. Use your creativity, or just keep referring back to this video when you're trying like figure out what to buy for spring, summer, for the office environment. Was there anything else I wanted to say? You find what speaks to you. So hopefully in this video you got some ideas and some hints, just some directions, or just sparked off some ideas on how to style what you've already got. So maybe I've just given you some styling tips, not necessarily things to buy, but just some ideas on how to tweak what you've already got. I know that for me, when I worked a 9-to-5 job, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was not me. And I've worked in environments where I had to really be kind of more smart, but I've also been in environments where it's a little bit more casual, and it didn't really matter. I just didn't like it. But that's because I didn't want to be pigeonholed and to sit into a cubicle and answering to somebody else. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, what I loved. Sorry, my phone's buzzing. I wanted to do for a living what I truly love. If you are in the job already in an office environment and you love what you do, I'm very, very happy for you. That's, to me, is the ultimate goal, isn't it? We should be, I think, dressed in a way that just reflects who we are. That is really what it is at the end of the day. Right, so I'm done waffling again, as usual. I'm gonna go. I hope this helped you a little bit. That is my lot, as I always say. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.